Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have my update for my Panda palette for the year of 2020. So because I haven't had a lot of progress this month, with COVID-19 and me not doing my makeup a lot and staying home all day, every day, I just have not had any good progress. So it's going to be a short and sweet kind of update, but I did want to change my background. I am here visiting my mom. She hasn't really been feeling that well for a few days. Don't worry, it's not COVID-19. She just has some ear issues, so I've been here just taking care of her. And we have been safe, and we were just self-isolating personally, so there's nothing to worry about for those that, I don't know, care. Alright guys, so the palette that I have been working on for the past 3 months is my Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I love this palette. This palette was a gift to me from my cousin and my friend, and like we grew up together, so she got us each a palette that was the same basically, and I have been using it a lot this year, but the past month I haven't. So this is what the palette looks like right now. As you can see, there is some really good dip in two of the shades, which are Vermeer and Cypress Umber, but the rest of them, they just look used, which is really good, honestly, because in the beginning, before I started this project pan, this palette looked barely touched, which is kind of how it was. It wasn't really touched. I only used it whenever I wanted to do a glam makeup or on special events, just because it held a lot of meaning to me. But honestly, I don't see the point of doing that anymore, so I just want to get more use out of stuff that I love, So let's just go through these shades one by one. So Tempera over here, you can see there's a really good dip, and I use this to set my eyes, Golden Ochre as well. So I mostly use Golden Ochre to set my eyes or just as a transition color. Vermeer, you can see there's a good dip going on. I don't know if it has increased from the previous month. I just have to see the pictures alongside each other, but there's a good amount of dip. I use this as an inner corner highlight or a brow bone highlight, and that's the only way I use it, just because it's a bit too light to use on my cheeks and all over my eyes. Buon Fresco, I doubt I've used it more than 2 times. Antique Bronze, have not used it at all. Love Letter as well. Cypress Umber, I have used it as a liner a few times, and you can see that the dip is really good. I think the most amount of progress I've seen in this entire palette is in Cypress Umber, which is really funny because I thought that would be the one shade that I would not have touched at all, no matter what. And then going back, we have Raw Sienna. I love using Raw Sienna and Burnt Orange as transition colors, but I think I barely use these, maybe once or twice at most. Primavera as well. I used it as a highlighter on my face 1 or 2 times, but I don't think you can see a dip or anything. Red Ochre, Venetian Red, Warm Taupe, I haven't used at all, I think. But I might be wrong, honestly, my memory just is not helping me right now, but I haven't really been getting any kind of use on this palette. But I have used Real Gar a few times. I did a like orangey eye look, and I did use that shade, and yeah. So that is all for this palette. Honestly, I don't know how April is gonna look like, but I doubt I'm gonna get some really good use out of it. But if you guys look at it this way, there are some really good dips going on. I do love this palette, but honestly, by the end of the year, I set my goal to just hit pan on everything, but even that just kind of feels like I'm not going to accomplish, just because I naturally don't wear a lot of makeup, and even if I do, I don't wear a lot of eye makeup, and it's just like basics like mascara, eyebrows, some lip gloss and concealer. That's all I use on a day-to-day basis, if that, and I just don't get a lot of use out of my palettes. The other palette that I used in 2019 was just a neutrals palette, so I can use it I did use it as a face palette as well, so I used it as a contour shade or a highlighter, and I mixed it with my moisturizers to make a glowy moisturizer. So you know, I multitasked a lot of the shades in my 2019 Pan That palette, and that is why I managed to finish off an entire palette in just 1 year that had basically no pan, you know. But this one I am struggling with. I don't know how well it's gonna go by the end of the year. Hopefully once everything calms down, the world is safe again, I'm gonna be going out a bit more. And I feel like just because I have been like staying in for a long time just for personal reasons as well, and for health issues as well, the past 2 months I have just been homebound. And once everything calms down, I will be going out a bit more, and I will be dolling up a bit more as well. So hopefully I'll get a bit more use out of this palette. But honestly, I don't know. I mean, sometimes I can use tempera to just set my face as well very lightly and just go in with my bronzer with a heavier hand or something, but that is the only thing that I can think of to use multi-purposely. Or like, you know, I don't know, maybe if I take warm taupe and mix it with another shade, I can just like, I don't know. But this just sounds like such a hard task and not worth it, honestly, with the amount of bronzers and highlighters and everything that I have. I just want to use this on my eyes. I'm not going to force myself to just find different ways to make it work when it's not gonna, and I'll just enjoy this palette because that was the whole point of this. So this is where my palette stands at currently, and yeah, not bad for not wearing makeup at all. Honestly, I think I've done my eye probably like a total of 5 or 6 times, and I just use 1 or 2 shades, and that's all, to be honest. So yep, that is everything I had to show you guys for this update. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will put my Project Pan playlist in the description bar below. Don't forget to check that out, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!